What's going on, guys? It's Christian and Rocky here of Duel-Threat Sports coming in for week 7. I hope you guys have been enjoying football this year as much as we have. Um, there are a lot of teams on bye this week, so it gets a little bit easier. And I think if you're talking DraftKings, there's a lot less players to go through, so there's a bigger chance of winning. If you want to see anything like that, check out Saturday. I'll have a video putting through a few lineups. But here, we're going to be talking about the picks, spreads, and bets that you might want to make this weekend.
What one team? The only one team I really don't care about being on bye is the Jaguars, but there's actually a lot of good teams that I saw on bye.
There's a lot of good teams on bye.
That's surprising to me.
What's it like? Vikings, Cowboys, Bills, Chargers,
Steelers.
Sorry.
That's
I wasn't talking about a good 10 years ago.
No, but I mean, like, that's just a lot of good teams all in one week.
No, it is. Yeah. No, it is. We got the Broncos and Browns are playing right now. Just as a quick pick 'em, who do you think wins? Not looking at the score. Have you seen the score yet? If you did, you're cheating.
I mean, I was picking the Broncos to win, so I'm already losing.
All right, well, I picked the Broncos too, even though that's probably not right. Okay, let's go over to the Sunday games here. Started up with the Bengals and the Ravens. The Bengals are plus 6.5, which I kind of like.
Yeah, I don't know. Ravens have played, like, I don't know. I said they played bad all year, but then they played good. Ravens are a weird team. Even if they play bad, they win.
Well, they're very efficient at what they do, but I think Joe Burrow, he had that injury. I think he's ready, coming to ball out. Like we said on Tuesday, they have some killer wide receivers. I think the plus 6 is decent points. It makes sense because there is a scenario I could see Ravens winning by a touchdown, like a fourth quarter touchdown to win the game. I could definitely see that, but I don't know. I don't know what I would bet here. This is kind of a rough one. I don't know that I would bet on this game, but I don't think the minus 6 or plus 6.5 Bengals is that bad.
No.
Do you know what the money line is for this by any chance or no? If you don't, that's okay. The over
Bengals are plus 225.
Okay, see, that's pretty good. Oh, that's with the plus or that's money line? Sorry,
That's the money line.
that's the money line.
Yeah.
That's pretty damn good. What do you think about the 46.5?
I don't know. I like the money line. I like the money line better for the plus 6.5 because the Ravens have lost by 6 points, won by 1 point, won by 2 points, and won by 6 points, and have won by 20 and have won by 16 points. So only one game have they not been within a touchdown of the game. So I mean, the teams are, and that's just one of those wins is against Detroit, and then
Yeah.
so, and that was a 19-17 game, so they play down to their opponents.
Yeah, for
As well
sure.
as
And
play-
obviously it's a division game too, which always plays harder, always harder defense, especially even just between these two division mates themselves always play each other super hard. The advice about this bet or how I feel as far as betting on this game is it depends on what money you're working with, If you got the money to make a bet or two, I'd make this bet. If you're trying to bet about 5 games, I don't know that I would take the chance on it. I wouldn't bet it just to bet it, If I was going to make a bet or two and I had $100, two $50 bets, I'd probably put $50 on the Bengals money line. I'd feel pretty good about it. I mean, I just wouldn't make that one of multiple bets, really. Yeah, that's just kind of how I feel about it. If you're trying to win big, you're trying to win big on the bet, and that's about it. I wouldn't split it up and put a $10 on it. I mean, what are you gonna win $30 back? Like, it's just not it. The money line, I think, is what you want. I don't think you should chance parlaying it at all. Who do you think wins this game? I'm gonna pick Bengals.
I don't know. I think Bengals definitely cover here.
I feel really good about the covering.
Yeah, I think the Bengals could surprise you and win here.
Yeah, that's tough. Like I said, this is a really hard one. I don't know how to feel about it, so we'll just do them as the pick 'em. And I already talked a little bit about the bet itself. So let's move on. I'll let you jump into the Panthers at the Giants. Panthers are -3, which I don't think is too much.
I think I would rather just take them straight up here.
Take the Giants straight up?
No, Panther.
I mean, that's not going to win you shit.
No, they're only -150. That's not bad at all.
The -3 is -150?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's not bad. But I mean, like, I don't know. I'd rather go for the money there. I definitely think the Panthers are going to win this game, no doubt. No doubt. Saquon's out. Galladay most likely is not playing. They don't know about Darius Slayton. They don't know about Sterling Shepard. Evan Ingram sucks compared to what the league thought he was. So, I mean, I don't see
Yeah, but if
no
Sam Darnold, if they crowd the line and they can't run and Sam Darnold struggles at all passing, the Giants could very well be in the game. So I just don't think... I just don't think...
I could see the game being close, but I think the Panthers win. I don't think it's as close as a field goal.
That's why I wouldn't risk +3.
I don't think it's as close as a field goal, though.
Oh, yeah, they could definitely lose or win like 2017. Yeah, do you want them to win 2017 and you get pushed? It's just, I'd rather just take the future.
Well, that's kind of what I'm looking at this bet as. I think it's kind of a safe bet. Like, worst case scenario, you push. I mean, which isn't the worst. I mean, it's not your bet of the week, but it's not really a unsafe bet, I don't think. What would make you take the Giants?
Nothing.
Nothing? So what about the Giants +3 then, if that's what you're saying?
Well, I mean, they cover a lot, but I just still never feel good about betting the Giants.
Yeah, that makes sense. What do you think about the over-under 43.5?
I don't know, because they both might have to go away from running, so they all might. I mean,
they're both missing their starting running backs.
Yeah, Daniel Jones threw 50 passes last week, so I mean, he could very easily go over. So I just don't.
I don't think I would touch that 43.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I picked the Panthers to win. Who do you got?
I picked the Panthers.
Pick the Panthers. All right. And going to the next game, you can start this one off as well. The Washington Footballs versus it's at the Packers. Washington gets +7.5. I'm curious to see what you say.
I think I ride the Packers and take that spread. I'm taking them in a bet money line wise, but I'm not going to add them in the spread. But I am featuring them in a bet of the Packers, Chiefs. No, it's Packers, Rams, and the Colts money line.
Packers, Rams, and Colts.
Packers and Rams are very high favorites, and the Colts are underdogs.
Against the
so
Bears.
them together, them together makes like a plus 300 bet.
Oh, I would make that. But wait, you're taking the Packers money line?
Yeah.
You're not giving 7.5, are you?
No.
Because I'm taking the Packers to win, no doubt. Obviously, you are too. But I think Washington covers. Personally.
Yeah, I just don't want to risk it.
I think they cover the 7.5. I mean, if nothing else, what it means is there's no way in hell I would give them 7.5. I would definitely not take Packers minus 7.5.
Yeah, but Rams are like minus 800.
What, minus 16.5?
Yeah, Packers are minus like 300, and the Colts are like plus 175. All that together.
Oh, so a part of your bet is the minus 7.5 Packers?
Yeah, but I'm taking the money line.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
yeah, I take Packers to win and Washington to cover.
Yeah, so it's basically just taking two for sure bets that I believe are for sure bets and stacking them onto the play of the Colts.
Yeah. Yeah, they're basically just attachments
and basically
of
turning a plus 175 into like plus 300.
Yeah, it's kind of an attachment of that bet, the core of the bets, that Colts game. But we'll get to that. What do you think about the over-under 49 for Washington and Packers?
Probably I like the under.
I kind of like the under too, but not enough to take. The over and unders have been a little more harder this year. Like I feel like I've always kind of done well with them, and this year I've not hit as many.
I don't want to try really.
I mean, yeah. To some point, it's like you want other stuff, just go hit a prop bet. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to mess with these. But anyway, going on to the Chiefs and the Titans. The Chiefs are minus 4.5 at the Titans. Over under 57.5. That's another one. Like, no way. I'm not touching the over or under on that one. But huge win for the Titans. As far as are they capable of winning big games? Obviously, you've just seen it with Josh Allen. Against Josh Allen. Derrick Henry's obviously a beast. They're capable of beating the Chiefs. I just don't think it happens after going into the Bills, the underdog, they get that win. I know they're at home, so it's kind of like maybe there's a chance. I just don't think you're going to see it 2 times in a row. And that's not taking away, I don't know why I just got super blurry up in here. That's not taking anything away from them. I think they're very capable of doing some work in the playoffs this year. It's just one simple thing of, are they going to beat the Bills and Chiefs back to back? And my answer has to be no. It has to be no, and I would take the minus 4. I'd give the 4.5 to the Titans on this one for sure. Who are you picking to win this game?
Sorry. I don't know. After them winning last week, it's kind of hard to bet against them. But the Chiefs are hard to continuously bet against. I don't care if they're 3-3.
That record's very deceiving. I've seen Tom Brady go like 3-5 and make it to the Super Bowl. So like, I don't care about a 3-3. That doesn't mean shit. I mean, if the Bears were 4-1, do you believe they for sure make the playoffs? No. Any team can win any game, and it's still early season. It's 3-3. They're 3-3 now. They can end up still losing 5 games total this year. You know what I mean? That's just how good the Chiefs are. But as far as a pick'em, who would you take?
I guess Chiefs.
The Chiefs? And are you with the Chiefs to the point of doing the minus 4.5?
No.
Are you in or out on the over under 57.5?
I would take the over.
You would take the over on that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're definitely capable of it. No doubt. No doubt. If I would ever bet a crazy ass number like that, it'd be a matchup like this. But yeah, that's enough on that team. I'll let you go ahead and talk about the Falcons and the Dolphins. Falcons are -2.5 against the Dolphins.
That's like a crappy game.
Yeah.
I don't know. Damn, I don't know. Maybe you just take a chance on the Dolphins being at home and being the underdog.
My pick'em is the Dolphins.
Try to go for like a play for the money.
Tua
And
got the world to prove, man.
And the Falcons
Devontae Parker's playing.
The game will be reliant on Falcons. How many turnovers the Falcons have? But
and that's the biggest thing is shitty offenses or not. The corners on the Dolphins are very, very good. And I've talked about Calvin Ridley many times. Do I think he's a talented player? Sure. Do I think he was overpraised because being on the field with Julio Jones for a couple of years? Absolutely. That takes so much pressure. If Julio's next to you getting double, triple teamed, you should be open. You should make plays. You should be a baller. And I don't think there's any way Matt Ryan gets it done in the air over the secondary. And the Dolphins are getting 2.5 here. I would take the Dolphins money line. For sure. Because it's not like it's 3. You know what I mean? If you got covered on a field goal, that'd be one thing. But you're not. So I would just do Dolphins money line under 47.5. I'd be okay pairing that up. What do you think?
Yeah, you know what? I'd like the under here too, probably. And just I don't think I'd need to take the points.
Yeah. They're not enough to take. I mean, why? You know what I mean? If you think the Dolphins are going to win, why take any points?
Right.
With it being 2.5, like you're already betting on the fucking Dolphins. You know what I mean? So it's like you're already here, dude. Go balls to the wall with it, right?
Right.
Let's give you the next shit bowl, man. Jets at the Patriots. Jets +7.
We'll be two. Patriots at home here. Yeah, we'll just go Patriots here.
Patriots is my pick as well. Do you think the Jets cover the 7?
No, but I'd bet the over.
Over 42.5?
Yeah. I think it'll be a high-scoring game, actually.
I could see the Patriots hitting 24. What would that require from the Jets? 18 and a half. It'd be 19 points. I don't know. I don't know about that over there.
No, I see like a 31, 34.
That over looks like a push.
I see like a 34-20 kind of game.
I don't see the Patriots scoring 34. Who's scoring the touchdowns?
Whoever, it's the Jets.
Nah, I guess you're right. Oh, I forgot to ask you, though, on the Dolphins-Falcons, who are you picking as the pick'em? Dolphins?
I said, yeah, Dolphins.
Okay. And we're both Patriots here as the pick'ems. I wouldn't bet Jets just in general. Would you give 7 if you're the Patriot on the Patriot side?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
So it's just Patriots pick 'em, and that's about it, really, right? Oh, you said the under?
Yeah.
The
over.
Yeah. You would say Patriots win with the over. I wouldn't touch the Jets +7 either, or Patriots -7. I just take Patriots as a pick 'em. Honestly, I don't like the over-under too much. It's close, though. It's close to an under for me. This should be a good one. I know you've been all over Matt Stafford this year, so I'll let you take another one here. Lions at the Rams. Lions plus 16.5. You know you suck when you get that.
Yeah, it's rough.
Could this be the game of the week?
Not on paper, no.
I just mean like for the NFL, like emotionally. Getting Jared Goff, Matt Stafford on their new teams, like defenses I think will play harder, like when Brady went back to Foxborough earlier in the season.
I mean, the only crazy thing that could happen in this game is if the Lions somehow win and
That's what I mean.
Jared Goff has like a crazy ass fucking game.
Is there a chance? How long is Jared Goff signed to the Lions? Do you know?
Yeah, I don't know. The game script.
Keep talking about it. I'm gonna look that up.
It's the best scenario for him to have like a big game. This is like the one game where it's like, all right, if he can't get string out a win here, who is he going to win against? Not to say that the Rams are a winnable team, but I mean, like you said, the emotion and the story behind the game. It's like, if that can't get you to have a good game, what will? I think the guy's only had one decent game all year. That was the first game.
2 seasons. It was reconstructed to a $25 million between 2 years contract. That's pretty nuts. So with 2 years, I mean that's maybe being over dramatic, but like, could this be if you win this game, like you're our quarterback kind of game? Because I feel like it does have that kind of emotion behind it.
Oh, I mean, if he could win this game,
if he could win this game,
you could prove that you could win mostly any game. Yeah, that just shows that it's something.
But the biggest thing, as stupid as it sounds, is I think it proves you weren't stupid for trading for me. Trading Matt Stafford away for me. Because I don't know if you heard all the talks, right now it's Jared Goff needs to step it up. He needs to be the guy he was in St. Louis. Dan Campbell was talking quite a bit about him, that he needs to step it up, publicly speaking in the press. He needs to come together. With all that being said, I would love to see him win a game here. I think it'd be a cool story. He's a cool dude. He won last week the award for donating the most food to Detroit families. That's a plus right there. Good on you, Jared Goff. Good on you. So I'd like to, he's not a bad player. He's on a shitty team, and Matt Stafford's better. I mean, that's really all I could say about the whole trade. You know what I mean? He's moved to a bad team. He got traded for a player who's better than him. And, I mean, you've seen him in a Super Bowl. You know what I mean? So he's not a bad player, per se. I really don't think he wins. But, I mean, to me, it'd be crazy they can't cover 16.5. You'd have to be nuts to think they can't cover that.
I mean, yeah, that's too scary.
That's a lot of points with, like I said, the emotion and everything riding on this game. 16, we were saying that regarding winning. So, if there's any chance, which there is, I think because of given what game it is, I think if they were versing another team of this caliber, the conversation's not there and it wouldn't happen. No way in hell. But I think given the situation, there's a chance. And if there's a chance, how the hell can they not come within 16.5?
Right, yeah. I mean, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, 16.5 is just too much.
That is so many fucking points. They got a plus of what they score a week.
I mean, on the other hand, I wouldn't be surprised if it's like 28-0 by halftime. But again, you just can't bank on consistent terrible play just because the other team's good. I mean, the Lions can still just have a good game, can't they? They could just play well. Not everybody plays terribly, even if it's a bad team. They don't play bad all the time. They can have a good game. But
it really doesn't take much to cover this, though. Even if they go into halftime down, say 27-0, what does it take for the Rams to score one more touchdown in the second half and the Lions score 20 in the second half? It's extremely possible.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They could win 36-21, and the Lions still win you the bet.
The odds are just very against you.
Getting the plus 16.5?
No, giving.
Oh, yeah. Is there any way that you would give the Lions on the Rams side? That on the Rams side you would give 16.5 to the Lions?
I don't know. They're home. They're home in a dome. So maybe, but then that's detrimental because that's where Jared Goff played, so he could have a sick ass game because he knows the field. So
and the fans.
That's a hidden advantage.
And the fans too. When you get these kind of scenarios, is there any chance that even you get some fans cheering him on a little bit? And
I think I maybe just take the points. I take the safe side and take the points.
Oh, how much? What is that looking at? The 16.5.
I think the Lions would cover them. The points are usually always minus 110.
What would changing it to 15 do for you?
If you gave us point, it would probably turn into 150, minus 150.
I would do Lions plus 15.
Oh, Lions getting? Oh, it would give you it would change it to plus 140 or something like that.
That's enough for me. Getting a point and a half less. Going from plus 16.5 to plus 15. I think that's worth. I think it's a good enough little bump up that I would take that bet. Parlayed with something else, absolutely, and I think I feel pretty decent about the over on 50.5 also.
Yeah,
I think that's a pretty damn good bet. Lions plus 15 and the over 50.5.
It's a good bet. I mean, I would take the points in this game.
I think it's pretty good. But we should probably spend a little bit of time on that one. We'll move on to the Eagles at the Raiders. I know Raiders is another one you like talking about. Eagles plus 3 at the Raiders. Is this the time the Raiders do a little bounce back and show what they were in the beginning?
I mean, I think they win here. I think they win pretty comfortably. I don't know. I mean, I'd be fine giving the 3.
3.
Forgot if they had anybody hurt. I thought their wide receiver, Quez Watkins, or somebody got hurt as well. But I mean, Eagles have just kind of been struggling. Hurts has played all right, but he's played just so.
Hurts is pretty good. If Hurts was somewhere else, he'd be balling out right now. He's just a damn good talent.
Josh Jacobs and Kenny Drake both being healthy just gives the team a better edge. And Carr's just been really, really good. So I mean, I just go with the better team here and go with Las Vegas.
I am going to agree on it. I wouldn't bet on this game, and I don't like the over-under 49 either. I know I said the Washington and no, I said the Bengals and Ravens were bad on betting. This is pretty bad too, if not even worse. I'd rather even bet on the Bengals Ravens game than bet on this. This is tough. I think either team could win by 10, to be honest. You know, it's just kind of one of those games. All it takes is a bomb on one side or the other. One of the Eagles' fast guys, or why am I drawing a blank on his name? Raiders wide receiver Henry Ruggs. All it takes is a bomb to Rager on one side or Ruggs on the other, and that could be the difference of a 10-point win game. So I wouldn't bet on either one, but I'd take the pick'ems being the Raiders.
Yeah.
I assume on that last game you're taking the Rams as your pick?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So we're both Raiders here. Let's go on to the Bears and the BUCS. This is the week where Rocky, fellow Bears fan, watches the game and roots on Brady going against them. He's going to wear that sweatshirt right there, watch the Bears game, and root on Brady.
How did you know?
I've seen it live in action, guys. This actually happens. Rocky's about to go on a tangent. Justin Fields finally looking better, you know. Maybe Allen Robinson can turn it up and then switch into a, you know, but it's Brady. Oh, no. So, anyway, the Bears get plus 12.5 here. I see potential for Bears defense turning up here.
Yeah, but Bucs defense is just as good, if not better, and Justin Fields is a way worse quarterback. So, I mean, yeah, the game could be like 21-10, but I see it. Oh no, it could be like I say like the worst and lowest score would be like 24-10, and in that scenario,
do you think it hits the 47 over under?
I like the under better, but I would just take the Bucs minus 12.5.
I would take the over 47. That's the first over I said I've taken all day. I'll take over 47 there. If Bears win, which there's a very small chance, but a chance, that they for sure hit it. And if the Bucs win, they're probably going to score 28 to 31 points. And I don't think the Bears score less than 17 here. I think that's definitely possible.
I'd say the under, and I would, if I had to, I'd take the Bucs minus here.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm picking the Bucs to win, but I would take, I don't know if I would take the Bears 12 plus 12.5. If I wanted to be spontaneous, all right, so listen to this scenario here. You won pretty big last week, have a little bit of extra cash. I'd put $75 on the Bears money line. Just in a small chance, dude. Like, how much is that? Has to be a good amount of money.
You put 75, like, just cause? Like,
75 Bears money line. Is it 325?
It would be
325? No,
it'd be like 440.
Yeah, why fucking not, dude? It's not impossible. Some of the Bears' best games over the years, even on their bad years, is the defense turning up like crazy against a good team. The offense is shitty, scores 10 points, and the defense gets you a touchdown or two, and they win. They somehow score 28 points for one of the 5 times it happens per season.
I'd rather put, instead of 75 there, I'd rather put like 200
on the Lions,
on the Colts. And
we'll get to the Colts in a second. I 100% think the Colts are going to win, but
that's
to
the
end
best.
this,
that's my best bet of the week.
I would only make this bet with the Bears. I'm saying if you want, you know, you had a good week, you won last week, put a good 50, $75 just cause, I'd say throw it on the Bears or the Lions. And I'm saying that, and you're saying the Colts. I think the Colts have a way, way bigger chance of winning their games than the Lions and Bears do. I assume, though, about the Bears and Bucks, you don't have much to say as far as Tom Brady, the offense. I mean, and all the wide receivers are healthy, right? Just missing Gronk. Is that still the scenario?
Yeah.
Chris,
No big injuries after that.
no. Evans, Godwin, good. Antonio Brown's playing, right?
Yeah, he's fine.
I think my sleeper play here for this game, last thing, OJ Howard in DraftKings sounds like a low key pick here. I could definitely see him grabbing a touchdown, even if it's like a 3 touchdown game from Brady. I could still see it. I think he'd be a come up play at tight end. Then again, I don't know how much money he is yet, but we'll take a look obviously on Saturday when I come out with my DraftKings video. But going on, this one's all you. Texans at the Cardinals. Texans plus 17.5.
What's with these lines?
Huge lines.
I mean, I have way less confidence that the Texans can cover than the Lions, so I don't know what that says.
Oh, no doubt, yeah. Would you give the Texans 17.5 as the Cardinals?
No, I
is it just a 110 giving them that many points?
Yeah, I just don't.
Is it just 110 giving Texans that many points?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a terrible. You just can't even bet on the game at that point.
Yeah, it's a pretty hard game to bet.
I mean, do you touch the 47 over under?
Yeah,
that's a pretty good over.
I probably picked the under.
You picked under. So if you had to make this bet, you'd bet the under. If I had to take a bet, I would take the over, and I'm taking Cardinals to win. And you are as well?
Yeah.
All right, let's go on to my Colts plus 4 at the 49ers. 49ers are definitely a team that it matters I'm playing at home. They're definitely much stronger at home. That crowd presence definitely makes a big difference in their games. But I think Carson Wentz is on a roll. Unfortunately, it looks like T.Y. Hilton is still a game away from playing. I would wait to make a bet on this, though, because Quentin Nelson, our number 1 offensive lineman, looks like there's a good chance he misses. And I honestly think it's a big enough a deal to where it can get you an extra point if you're going to take the points here. I don't know exactly what you would do or what others would do, but if you're looking for points, I think you could see it jump up to plus 5 when they officially announce no T.Y. and Quentin Nelson, if that's the route you're going. But I would take the money line Colts here, and that's what you were referring to earlier.
Yeah, Trey Lance is hurt. Jimmy Garoppolo might be back in this game, or probably is going to be back, but he hasn't played since week 4, and he really only played like 5 minutes of that game, so really hasn't played since week 3. He's been limited participant in practice all week, so hasn't even really practiced. I think he's just going to be stiff, and I think he's going to be out there making mistakes. I don't think he's going to be out there and be crisp, and I think it might take him a half, or it might he might not get in groove this game at all. I think it will be a game of just like getting his feet back under him and at the expense of his team, So
I think it's whoever wants it harder between Deebo Samuel on the Niners and Jonathan Taylor on the Colts. I think Jonathan Taylor is probably the biggest factor on either side. If they get the run game going, they could win by 10 or 13 points. I think that's the biggest thing. I think
Well, if they win their next 2 games, they could really effectively win their next 4, and that would essentially give them a winning record going into their 2 games against Buffalo and Tampa.
Are you talking about my Colts?
Allowing them to lose those 2 games, putting them back at 500. Then they play.
Which, if they're sitting at 500 week 10 or 11, Wentz is healthy, Ty is healthy, offensive line's healthy. I am loving that.
Then they play Houston, can get another win, go on bye, recuperate, come back, play New England, get another win. He's sitting at like 8-6 or whatever it is, and then
they're definitely poised for a wild card spot.
They can, and then their last game's against Jacksonville. So realistically, this game's bigger than one would think. Mm-hmm. But to go against San Francisco banged up, they need to capitalize. They need to take advantage of it. Mm-hmm. If they win this, I think they show that they believe that they can actually make the playoffs and do something there. I think if they lose this game, they lose because they don't think that they can win anywhere else. You know, I think they're going to dictate this win or loss here.
For sure. Like I said, I think it really all comes down to the running game. What can they produce? How are they going to produce? This kind of seems like I kind of got one of these like feelings where Marlon Mack comes and outshines Jonathan Taylor and runs crazy, because that does happen a few times a year. And this is one of those games where I kind of wish that they'd give him a shot here, because I don't know how to explain it, but he just runs harder. You know, against a very gritty, like, it could be a field goal game, like those, you know, I'm going to run it 3 times in a row, first, second, third down your throat, stuff it down your throat, you know, get that time of possession. He's that kind of runner, and I think it's kind of his game. So I would like to, as a Colts fan, I would like to see Marlon Mack get some good touches in this game to get the time of possession up, because I think that's all it is. It's not time of possession to get it out of Jimmy Garoppolo's hands. It's time of possession so they don't have the time of possession, obviously. You know, that's what they try to do, is run, and give you as small amount of drives as possible.
Mm-hmm.
I would take the order over 44, no doubt. You know, I'm betting on my team this weekend. Fuck it. Colts money line over 44. All day.
Yeah. I mean, I like the Colts money line for sure.
How do they not hit the 44?
49ers struggle on offense.
And if they do, what are they scoring? 14 still? 17? Like, they're not scoring 10 points.
Yeah, like 17. Yeah, so it could be like 28.
28-17 is what, 35? 45.
It's 45. It's just, I just don't want to risk it. That's like the highest possible number I see in the game.
Yeah. I just feel okay about it. I maybe necessarily wouldn't pair them together, but I would definitely parlay that Colts money line with some other stuff, like you were saying, to capitalize on it. But
I guess it's Colts money line, Packers money line, and then honestly, right there is solid. Just those two, and then like $100 would be if Colts or hold on, I'm gonna drop my screen real quick. You still hear me? So if Colts are plus 165, I don't know if it'll.
Money line?
Yeah, Colts are. Yeah.
I kind of like parlaying the Colts money line with the plus 16.5 or plus 15 Lions, Colts money line, and Dolphins money line. Ooh, yeah. That's my bet, I think. Colts money line, Dolphins money line, Lions plus 15.
Colts money line, and what are the other two?
Colts money line, Dolphins money line, and Lions plus 15.
That'd actually be a very big payout.
Is it?
Yeah, because Dolphins
Dude,
are
that's
also
not
underdogs.
bad, dude.
That's how you saw. You saw that. I put $20 on 2 underdogs and 1 favorite, and it gave me for $20 I won 218.
Yeah.
I mean, that's so basically that means it was like plus 900. I mean, I'll do the situation. So, Indianapolis.
Would it be smarter just to do Colts money line with Dolphins money line? And like, how much is it really getting you doing the plus 15 lines?
It's a crazy difference. So,
Yeah,
the adding the Green Bay Packers money line, which is minus 390, to a Colts that is already plus 180, turns it into plus 256. So, I mean, it increases it by.
Yeah, I would keep that. I think I'm gonna put $100 on that, to be honest.
So for 100, so Green Bay Packers and Colts is 250. So it'd be $100 to win 256 plus get your money back. Say you just did, and say you also add in the Dolphins, it turns into plus 663. See, that's with
the Colts and Dolphins together, or what? Or did you say Packers also?
That's Colts, Dolphins, and Packers.
Is 660?
Yeah, so 100 would pay out 663 plus your 100, so you'd get 763 in return. So that just shows you how
that's pretty damn strong.
Yeah.
I feel really good about the Colts
and Dolphins. Even like trying to oh, you know what, I want to go a full 100 since it's a 3-game parlay. I'll bet 50. Like to bet 50 to return you 400 on a 3-game parlay. That obviously the Packers seem automatic.
Yeah.
And then it just goes down to do you think the other two will cover? I think the Colts are going to win hands down, and then the it's really just it's the Dolphins D versus Matt Ryan, and if you think
I'm very confident in the Dolphins money line.
So I mean,
that Dolphins money line is going to go in multiple of my parlays.
Yeah,
like to me, that's probably my biggest lock of the week, to be honest. Of the controversial ones, I'm not saying something is like the Rams and Lions, you know what I mean? But, but let's I'll let you end us off here with the Monday Nighter. You got anything to say about the Saints at the Seahawks? Saints -5.
I don't like saying that the Seahawks probably lose 3 here. Saints play has been very random too.
Yeah.
Over under 43 though.
43. I got 42.5.
I kind of like the over there.
You do like the over here? Yeah, you know what? I mean, especially at home too, like.
Yeah, and
Geno Smith or not, like, it's not like those guys aren't going to score. Like, DK Metcalf and Lockett aren't going to go out there and get 2 catches for 30 yards. You know what I mean? Like,
and Chris Carson is still hurt, and
the
Alex
Saints
Collins
are only questionable.
Yeah. The Saints are only giving up 3 point whatever yards a rush. So the likely scenario is they just are passing all game, and. I mean,
I don't like
Saints
a bet here. I just like the Saints for the pick'em, and I don't want to give the Seahawks +5 either, though. You know?
Yeah. I mean, I guess I could.
I mean, would you take the Seahawks +5 then?
Yeah, I'd take. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take Seahawks money line.
Just in general?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I mean, that makes one difference that we made so far. We both picked Bengals, both picked Panthers, both Packers, both Chiefs, both Dolphins, both Patriots, both Rams, both Raiders, both BUCS, both Cardinals, both Colts. Actually, that's every damn game. This is the only thing that we went separate on. Do you want to make any last minute bet real quick? I mean, we don't disagree on anything, though, and I don't want to bet on the Saints. So
I'll do Bucks minus 12.5. That was like the one that
Bucks
you kind of
minus 12.5.
Yeah.
For $25.
You're already down 100.
I am losing 100. $25.
$25. All right.
Me getting 12.5 with the Bears for $25. I'll take that. I don't mind that at all. Hopefully I win something from it. I don't know. But I feel pretty good about these bets this weekend. I definitely want to play some. Maybe we could put out a video. I'll do a DraftKings video, and you could work on placing some bets. Maybe even get some casino action up on the camera. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But anyway, guys, thanks for watching another one. I hope you have a nice Friday today, and good luck this weekend on the bets, and good luck for fantasy players on the bye weeks and the injuries, because it's getting rough. Hey, no Rona, though, at least this year.
No, yeah, not a lot of, or none, really. I
haven't heard anybody talk about that at all.
Yeah, nobody's been shut down for Corona. No games have been postponed.
Yeah, no postponed, no delays, no questions even about it. But that's a conversation for another podcast. But no, thanks guys again for watching, and I hope everyone has a nice weekend.
And cut.
You're supposed to say goodbye to people.